Hold on,
that one.
Put some oil in it.
Yo. Yo! Ooh, yeah.
Kids, don't try this at home.
That's a dead rat, dude. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, A to the G, Alex Grimm, and your boy, Josh Mason. We're here, J to the M. We got roll cage stuff going on. I'll be working on that today. Josh is going to be working on the rear end some more. He's over there.
We're going to get our engine back so we can finish that.
Oh, that's right.
So once that sucker gets back, we can like send it, hopefully get the motor back into the car, and then fire it up. Real talk.
Good morning. Day 7 on the build. I'm gonna be working on the harness today. I'm gonna try to make one harness out of all this scrap. And Soupy, good morning Soupy.
Good morning, good morning.
He's gonna relocate the power steering pump that was up here.
Somewhere over here we're going to put this thing.
What's up with today? What's your plans?
Plan, pump,
Figure out our belt,
and then finalize our throttle body position.
I gotta go in the dumpster later on. I gotta look for some scrap wires. I know I got a lot over here, but I want to see more options. Let's see what we could do today.
So you got it in there.
Yeah, we got it back in there. And we got the anti-squat brackets on there.
So originally where this bolt was up here. What it does is it brings it back down. So now this link is level with the car. So it's gonna help with our rear end geometry. This is about ride height. So that now that those are in, I'm just gonna build like a third link that will come through this panel back here in the back right there, like right where that hole is kind of. And that will be like the upper link. So it'll actually be like a 3-link suspension.
Build and battle. It's kind of sad not being the host, but Ron's doing a great job. This guy's over here making a bracket for the power steering pump.
So now our power steering pump is also our tensioner.
Also the tensioner?
Yep. Because the AC used to go there.
Isn't this a tensioner also?
I'm gonna weld it shut.
Why?
Because the pump used to go up here, and we won't be able to feed anything into the pump because the gravity can get on there.
Right.
Unless you stuck that thing way out the hood.
Interesting. All right.
And then plus, you'd need an extra pulley here anyway.
To go.
Yeah, because the way that the thing routes. So obvious solution is to move this down here.
The obvious solution.
You can't run 2 tensioners in one.
No, because this will flop around.
Gotcha.
Because we're using it the other way.
How did you manage? You just guess?
Yes.
How do you line this up perfectly? Because it doesn't have to be like.
It's close enough. No, you can straight edge. Straight edge.
Oh, science.
Yeah.
Measuring tools. Why didn't I think of that?
So you guys gonna put the front end whole cord clip back on and then figure out where to mount the turbo?
We have an idea because we kind of measured it up last time, so it sits around here.
Nice. That's very like S2000 like.
Yeah. Mounts are done. Motors in. Stuff's happening. I see wiring's getting done over there.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna finish with that today, huh? Yeah.
Why wouldn't he?
Because we don't work fast.
Soupy will cut his pinkies off if he doesn't finish.
Oh, is that the kind of business you run? Now I get it. Now I. All right, let's see what your rivals are doing. Okay, there's a T56 on the floor. Okay, there's holes in the back. I see holes. Hello.
Maybe.
We'll let the man work.
All right, here's the upper third link support that I made. Super like mini truck style. The reason why I had to go up and over like this is because this is cast. The center section's cast, so I can't weld to it. So that's why I had to go from end to end, because the regular tubes are actually just normal steel. And then I added this little reinforcement, a 1-inch DOM right here that goes down to this bolt hole right there that should hold it, so just in case it wants to move, because if it's gonna wanna move, it's gonna wanna move this way. But long story short, I'm gonna hook some tabs to the top of this, and then the link will come out like this up to the car. Because it's tough to see when it's in the car, you know? Oh yeah, this is how it's supposed to be done.
Still hot. While it's still hot, paint it, dries faster.
All right, so I'm locking up the wires, how it routes to all my sensors, and I know we got an exhaust manifold over here. I know we're gonna have the pipes coming up, and we're gonna have the turbo sitting right here, and I know it's gonna be crazy heat right here. Once I finish mocking it all up, I'm gonna tape it all in, and I'm gonna use the Thermo-Tec thermal sleeve. This thing is rated for 2,000 degrees. I'm gonna wrap it up to protect my wires. I might even go on the coils, on the coil harness. I might just go all the way back here. I know it's gonna be extreme heat in this area, and I don't want it to mess up or melt any of my wires. Before I solder the ends over there, I'm just gonna pass all my wires through here, right through the sleeve. Now this is good for wires. This is also good for braided hoses. Anything where there's heat, this is perfect to run it through. If I just tape this up right here, and he's got the whole exhaust going on and all this heat, first it's gonna melt my tape. Once it melts my tape, it's gonna melt my wire. I don't want it to touch. All this is powers and grounds and signals going to the ECU. This gets shorted out, 99%, you're gonna burn out your computer, the outputs. So I like to protect everything. So let's see, move this in here. There we go. Look at that.
All right, so as you know, build and battle, at the end of the race, one of the cars gets sold for charity. And this season's charity is Heroes and Horses. And actually, right now, we have Heroes and Horses CEO, Micah. What's up, Micah?
What's up, buddy?
How are you? Good to see you. Tell us a little bit about what Heroes and Horses is, why you started it, when you started it, all those good details.
Yeah, my background, a small town kid from upstate New York, played drums in a ska band. I was
Nice.
a telephone pole lineman, and I was in Queens, New York when the first plane hit the World Trade Center on 9/11. Situation that changed my life. I was almost buried when Tower 7 fell, and I ended up joining the military. Served in the SEAL teams and later on a paramilitary contractor. And when I got out, life had changed, the world had changed for me, and I started learning about the state of veterans since 2005 when they've really been tracking it. By the end of 2020, over 138,000 vets will have committed suicide. 12.7% of those guys are unemployed. So there's a real systemic problem. Heroes and Horses is a 40-day reintegration program that is a high-pressure medium that ultimately shifts focus from outside to inside for these guys, where they come to a place where they stop looking out for answers, stop being victims of situations and circumstances, and start looking in and rediscovering who they are. That happens in the backcountry in Montana. Veterans come out, it's whole food eating, it's physical fitness. They'll ride between 400 and 500 miles in 40 days on their horses, get them off substance abuse, drugs, alcohol, pharmaceuticals. And then post that process, they get given an internship around the country, and then ultimately we place them into full-time employment. I decided to take it upon myself and develop a team of innovators and do what we call 180 out. So we found out what the world was doing and did completely the opposite of that.
And that's not easy stuff to do. That's not, just sitting back once you get back and kind of living your life. You're giving back to all these guys. Some of them that maybe you knew yourself.
Essentially, if you are in a situation or a circumstance, you don't even have to be a veteran, you have a trauma or an obstacle, and you let that thing happen to you, you become the victim of the circumstance. When we emerge on the other side of whatever we're facing, we find out who we are. That's what we do. We reintegrate soldiers. What they find is what they've been looking for all along. They had. It was in here, it wasn't out here. And so change is proprietary to them, and it's their own idea, and that's ultimately what makes Heroes and Horses really unique.
And so if somebody wants to check out the program, take part, reach out to you guys, where's the best place to do that?
HeroesandHorses.org. You can go on there, you can donate, you can sponsor a horse. It costs us $19,000 to put a guy through. You can go on our Instagram, Heroes and Horses, at Heroes and Horses. If you're interested and you want to help vets and you want to get involved in actual, real, quantifiable change, look us up at heroesandhorses.org.
Build Battle this season, one of those cars is going to charity, and this is who it's going to. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate all the work you do.
Thanks for having us.
It's got pistons in it. It had pistons in it. Motor is back, and I'm super excited right now to get this thing together. Like 2 steps forward and 8 steps back, but definitely happy that our cam is finally in there. They put all new cam bearings in because all of them were wrong. Our cam's already in there. I'm gonna leave it in there. I'm not gonna take it out. I am gonna turn the motor over, look at the bottom end, just kind of like double check everything and make sure everything's still like, all hunky-dory. And then, start putting a, timing chain set on this thing with our front cover, oil pump, the heads, and build the motor tonight.
Something. Strip the harness complete out of the loom. As you can see here, that's the loom. I stripped it all the way. They're color coordinated, kind of cannot mess up. So if you look closely, it's like green with a yellow stripe here, mated with the green and yellow stripe here, black with white here, black with white there, black with black, all black here. So I'm just sitting there, but I'm staggering them kind of. One's cut here, one's cut there, one's cut here, one's cut there. When I tape it, they'll all look skinny. You cut it from here, let's say you cut a harness here and you join them all together, you'll have a big ball right here when you tape it up. So just stagger your wires, like how I did over here. This is the injector harness. So when you tape it, it all looks flat.
You gonna sell this clutch? Not anymore. What's going on, fellow car enthusiast? You know, you ever go and buy car parts online and thought to yourself, well, I probably could have got that cheaper. Saved a little bit of money for things like that are necessary, such as rent, gasoline, speeding tickets. Who am I kidding? More car parts. Well, luckily for you, we've partnered with Honey. Honey's a free browser extension that automatically finds promo codes when you shop online, which means you get the best deals on over 20,000 sites, such as Amazon, eBay, Advanced Auto Parts, AutoZone. So we recently went and shopped on AutoZone.com and bought a battery and brake rotor, and guess what? We saved over 20 bucks. Didn't even have to do anything. Now that's value. So listen, there's literally no reason not to use Honey for everything you buy online. It's free to use. Installs in just 2 clicks, and it'll figure out which browser you're using so you don't literally have to do anything like that. And you can get it for free at joinhoney.com/Hoonigan. That's joinhoney.com/Hoonigan. Help support the people that support us so we can keep giving you content for free. Thanks, Honey, for sponsoring a bunch of scumbags like us.
What's good, Jomo?
I'm all right.
You all right? You been playing with spaghetti all day?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. What's this tape, by the way?
It's tape. I got my coil harness over here, my coolant temperature sensor, my 2 cam sensor. This is a joiner. It's like it gets all the ignitions that splits to everything, and the grounds that split.
Yeah.
Honda made it as a joiner over here.
Okay.
Starter trigger, alternator. We're running an aftermarket coolant temperature gauge, so I just snuck that wire inside the harness. We bought aftermarket injectors, so the plugs were different from the factory harness. So I just soldered them in here. Always run extra wires.
Inside. Pro tip.
Yep. Also, I'm moving my map sensor inside the car. And this is the computer plug. You can find the printout on it, the wire diagram and printout on it online. I Googled it, printed it out, shows me exactly what pin does what. I figured it out.
This connector right here, these are from the Z.
No. This is the Honda. This will be plugged into the the body harness of that. The dash harness will be, your starter trigger, coolant temperature, oil. Tomorrow I'll figure all this out.
Okay.
Once I get it inside, then I'll work with that. But the harness is done. It's completed.
Wow. That's impressive, man. One day harness build. And keeping it nice and clean. I'm just not used to seeing wiring this well done.
Oh.
You may have a job here afterwards. I don't know if you're looking to move to California. Take a look at Josh Mason's end of day vibes. I got a feeling. Oh, I see a motor. Better shape than last time.
Better shape than last time's. Got the cam in, literally everything else along with it.
I see fresh gaskets.
Oh yeah,
peeking
all
out
fresh gaskets.
all around here.
Every single gasket on this thing is brand new except for like the valve covers. Those looked pretty good, so ended up just reusing those.
You putting in work inside?
Yeah, dude, check it out. Made a ton of progress today. Finished the boxes and the plating for the cage.
Look at that welding.
Look at where the tube mounts.
It's on the door sill.
Yeah, it's on the door sill, right where the pinch weld is.
Sure.
But this car is weird because it kind of bows out like.
Oh, it does. Yeah, you can see it in the body.
I wanted the hoop to fit up real tight to the chassis here. So I mean, you can see it's like touch up.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you even welded this seam right here.
Oh, on the back it's welded like all the way.
I don't know if you can see that. I don't know what I'm pointing at.
It's beautiful. Just trust me, it's beautiful.
Long crossbar right there.
Yeah, but here's what's neat about that is that Josh decided to do a 3-link, and he was working on that. You can see here we got a suspension piece coming into the chassis of the car.
I see that.
Yeah, and we're gonna mount that to an X bar that goes between the hoop supports and yeah, look at that little guy.
You're tying. Oh, I remember looking at this yesterday.
Yeah, Josh.
You guys are gonna tie the rear suspension into the cage.
Yeah. That's
Whoa.
what we're gonna do. And we want to get rid of that torque arm, and we're gonna do a 3-link.
Okay.
That's gonna help a lot. It's the same thing Josh had on his Mustang, and it should make this car handle pretty fire.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, good luck tomorrow.
I run.
Boom.
lower control arm mocked up, the second one. Got the first one, was able to make this little jig with these 5/8 fasteners to get the basically the mounting points for this thing all set up. So that way I just gotta put our bars exactly where they need to be and bend them to the exact angle that I have here. And then we'll have a very similar product on the other side. Basically got this thing mocked up. Bad boy's gonna go like that. Oh, look at that notch, so nice. And this bad boy, it's gonna go something like that. So I'm about to tack this up with the old TIG, and hopefully it comes out all right.
All right, guys, we just put the oil pan on. We picked up a K&N filter for our wonderful motor. I just want to go ahead and install the oil filter onto the engine. Yeah, I mean, this is a great filter. I love the fact that it's got this nice little, wrench head deal on here, because there's numerous times where you can't get, your hand in there to like, unscrew it or screw it on. So it's always nice to get this little feature on there. Kind of get it snug by hand. I'll give it a nice little extra turn. It's good to go. I've always, after every single event that I take the car out, I always change the oil. Like, that's just what I do. The other thing what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pre-lube the engine. So I'm gonna send oil pressure throughout the engine, because on these motors, the oil pump is actually hooked to the crankshaft. And there's no way of like turning it manually without firing the motor like an early small block Chevy or big block Chevy. You can take the distributor out, put it along like monkey wrench or whatever, like down there, spin the oil pump and pre-lube the engine that way. Unfortunately, with these motors, you can't do that. So you actually have to externally pump oil into the engine before you fire it up. So that's what we're gonna do with this one. But that's because this is all like fresh bearings, fresh build. If it wasn't, usually you don't have to do that. But I always recommend for a motor that's been sitting for a long time, especially an LS motor that's been sitting for a long time, definitely pre-lube the motor before you fire it up. Because then you know 100% that all the bearings, everything are fully lubed.
Is this thing on?
Yeah.
It's on? Is this thing on? Yeah. Soupy here is making a throttle cable.
Meep, meep.
Using
The old hood cable.
the old hood cable that we had. And we're not gonna use the hood cable because we're gonna put hood pins on it.
Yeah, we
so
found some hood pins in the back.
he's got the hood cable here. I'm done with the wiring. Yesterday we did the harness. And today I'm gonna be working on the interior. It just makes it easier. We're not gonna use the key. All push buttons. Got a little sticker somewhere around here. Put the sticker on the switch buttons, what we want to control. Little cool little fuse panel it came with the relays built in. eBay, really cheap. Make the job easier. We'll be working on that today.
You just wasted 20 minutes.
Yo, but I got it, right? Look at that. build quality right here. Wins it.
Is that build quality or what was that, style points?
Style points right here.
That's style points.
This this style point right here beats all of that right there. Just this little switch, right here. You see this? This beats all that.
You can't even keep up. It doesn't matter what you do.
Excuse me?
We got so much style. Doesn't
Can't
matter what
hear
you
ya.
do. Doesn't matter what you do.
You got style?
We've already won. We've already won.
You guys got the style points?
We got the
We might give that to you because you need it. What's up, fellas? Quick update. Go ahead. There you go. Throttle cable finished.
That should make a noise.
You got fuel lines are all in. It's
leaks.
prime. We checked it already. No leaks.
Fans are figured out.
Fans are
We
done.
used the 350Z existing harness for the fans and the
yeah.
plugs. Ground it here.
Looks like where it's going, and then it stops.
Yep.
So the next step for me is coolant. Got to figure out how to make these all fit over here, and the biggest challenge is going to be the top hose right here. That has to go here. So that's going to suck a little bit, but we'll work through it.
Damn, that was easy. What? Never had a training going that easy. Okay. Let me get on that jack.
Good news is, it fits. The bad news is, the engine is actually too low. And what I mean too low is that oil pan's hanging around, 3 to 4 inches from the subframe. Now on these cars, the subframe on ride height, like stock ride height, is 5 inches from the ground. We don't want to be dragging oil pan. So I'm gonna have to raise up the motor a bunch. And that means I'm gonna have to cut up a bunch more of our tunnel here. So unfortunately it created a little bit more work for us, but the work is gonna be worth it because we don't wanna hit the oil pan, crack it, and make for a bad day. I'll be able to fab up some easy mounts directly to the subframe from the motor, and then I'll utilize the stock transmission cross member. I'll be able to bolt it up or weld it up to the stock frame here and go across to the mount of the trans there. That's our little update. It's a combination of good and bad news.
Good news on our budget. We just got our motor sold. Tony's here. How you doing, Tony?
Pretty good yourself.
All right, he's here to pick it up, and we sold it for $450.
I wish it was 400, but yeah.
500.
450 is cool, man.
All right, 450 is cool. All right, the motor's right here. Check it out. Alternator is rebuilt. Someone changed it. Power steering pump
rebuilt too.
right there. You got an AC compressor. You got everything right here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. 4.
It's 460 right there.
460 right there. Who got a $10 bill? Anyone got a $10 bill?
I think I have intake envy right now.
You should. It's very cool.
Dude. Forget that, man. Forget that. Forget that.
Hey, we're making moves over here,
Forget
boy.
that. Forget that. Forget that.
Yo, look at the size of your intake.
Let me cool you down. I know you guys been sweating all day. Let me cool you down. Let me cool you down.
Okay.
Let me get that steam off. There you go. You feel it?
Yeah.
Huh?
That's nice.
Because you're gonna need both.
Keep it up.
You're gonna need the money the most. Woo!
Almost at it.
Woo! Not fast enough.
All right, so Big Ron just got called out on a shoot. So I'm gonna go ahead and check in on these boys, see how far they've come. And already, I see things I like. Last time I saw you guys, this was completely empty.
Oh yeah.
Now you got a fully assembled engine with the old Big Daddy Holley high ram on there, huh?
That's right, ain't she a beaut? Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, suspension came out pretty killer.
Yeah, Alex whipped up another control arm for the other side. He's also been doing a bunch of fancy cage work as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we got both the control arms now. Look at that. We
Look
can have
at
a full
this.
front suspension finally.
Now we're cooking with grease.
Alex made some real bitchin' X braces that he can go ahead and we'll tie in the third link into this brace here. I might add one more tube from this frame rail structure here, and then from the frame rail structure there to that X brace as well. Cut a bunch out of the trans tunnel to make the T56 work. I thought we had enough room, but
You didn't.
we did it.
I take it the rest of the car is next.
Exactly.
Let's go see what these boys are up to. What are you doing over here?
I'm on this team.
Damn, got the harness in and even like heat shielded?
Yeah, the harness is complete. Under the hood, all the harness is complete. Tomorrow, I'll continue doing the inside. Soupy did the throttle cable, mounted, fitted, fuel lines, fuel lines.
Fuel lines are all in. Throttle cables
Well,
working.
you want to see it work?
Ooh, yeah. Give it a whap. Perfect. What else is that? Have you done anything else in the interior since I've seen it last? Besides this awesome push button and 50,000 RPM tack you got going on there.
Yes.
Switch panel. Show them the switch panel.
Oh, right here.
So yeah, we just gotta mark it.
Where's that from? Is that just like something you can just buy on Amazon?
It's a kit. Check out the fuse box
Okay.
with the relays. Yeah, so this was from like an off-road trucking that controls all the fog lights.
Yeah, you know when
all
those
that.
Jeep guys put all those lights in the cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They buy these things to control the lights, but for a race car, that thing's perfect. It comes relayed and fused already, so all you gotta do is just run out your leads and you're done.
Yep, we're gonna control our ignition, our fuel pump, our fans. We control it right there.
And these all light up, I
They
assume?
light up when you push the button. It'll light up green.
Oh,
telling you
cool.
It's on.
This is full race car.
Full race car.
You're crushing it so far. I can't wait to see what unfolds with this next. So there you have it. We're halfway through this process. Cars are starting to shape up, but I have faith in this third gen Camaro, goddammit. Anyway, stay tuned, see what happens next.
It's kind of together, so we're gonna make it run. Okay, bye.
I don't know what the big deal is, guys. Look, nothing happened.
Who's driving this car?
We don't know yet.
Maybe we're gonna drive it. Yeah. Why
Maybe.
not?
I got a guy for you.
Oh, he looks.
There's your
well
man right
qualified
there.
Right there. That dude looks well. Look at him.
Look at him.
Doesn't even care. He doesn't do
I think
interviews.
It comes cheap. Couple of dog biscuits and we're good.